What went wrong with Call of Duty? Why are Call of Duty in such a mess? Right now. Now, as you all know, um, Modern Warfare 2, it's it started off well. People were apparently enjoying it, and then all of a sudden, people then realised, is this as good as we saying as it was? Now, whenever every Call of Duty comes out, everyone says it's the best Call of Duty ever. It's a top 5 Call of Duty. It's this and that. But then after I think it's usually 2 or 3 months or 4 months into the game, you soon realise when the content starts dropping, is this as good as we say as it was? Now, when a new Call of Duty comes out, the maps that you play regularly. Um, but what really matters is the content that comes out after. It's the content that keeps you playing the game. Because what makes people stop playing the game is doing the same thing over and over and over again. So DLC content is what keeps you playing the game. And let's just say the DLC content is what went wrong with this Call of Duty. It's been absolutely abysmal. The first ever DLC content that dropped, I think it was in January? No, sorry, November. November the 15th. I remember now. November the 15th, I think it was. Or, yeah, November the 15th. DLC 1. 2 remake maps. Shipment. This was season 1. Shipment and Shootout. That was number 1. So that already 2 remakes straight away. So people were, including me, were not happy because they brought shootouts first, I think, and then they brought Shipment for Reloaded. That's just pure laziness. I'm sorry, brothers. What they should have done was brought Shipment and Shootouts for straight away, and then for season 1 Reloaded, they should have brought 2 new multiplayer maps. That's what they should have done. So straight away, it's off to a bad start. They brought back 2 remake maps from Modern Warfare 2019 and no new ones. If they would have brought 2 multiplayer ones, new ones that we've never saw before, I think people would have been happy. I really would have. But yeah, so season 1 was an absolute disaster, so people were unhappy straight away. Then Warzone 2 launched for Call of Duty. People were hyped. This is better than Warzone 1. This is that. Same again. 2 or 3 weeks after, people realised it's nowhere near as good as Warzone. So it's like a circle. This happens every year with Call of Duty. The game comes out, you love it, best thing since sliced bread. After 2 or 3 months, you're like, oh, is this better? Is it better or is it worse? Now, Modern Warfare 2 is better than Vanguard. I didn't like Vanguard. There was just something about it. I just couldn't enjoy it. I really couldn't. But what Vanguard did do good was content. It brought plenty of new maps and content. So Vanguard with content did good. However, it just wasn't my cup of tea. I just couldn't get used to it. I couldn't get used to the World War feeling it's supposed to have, because it's set in World War Two, and I think it is. I just couldn't get I just couldn't get used to it. Call of Duty Vanguard. So after season 1 came out, of course, we had season 2. Season 2 launched with 1 map. And it was what was it again? Dome. It was Dome from Modern Warfare 3, which was also in Vanguard. So as you can imagine, people were fuming. In fact, I was that angry. I made a YouTube video. I just couldn't contain my anger. I was fuming. The fact that the game's been out for 5 months, and they've brought back 1 map from Modern Warfare 3 Dome, and it was in Vanguard as well. That's also very lazy as well. Which I'm about to get onto. This is why Call of Duty is in the state at the moment, because of the lack of content. Lack of DLC. Just an absolute mess. Now, also as well, since Warzone launched, Warzone has been Call of Duty's first ever priority. Warzone it's now Call of Duty's main priority because it makes them the more money, the more battle passes the people are buying, the bundles. Don't even get me started on Black Cell. Every time I look on on Call of Duty, I see Black Cell. Drives me crazy. So then Season 3 Reloaded, not Season 3 Reloaded, sorry, Season 2 Reloaded came out. Launched with one new map. Yeah, that's a start, you know. And that map wasn't too bad, actually. The only thing it was good for was long shots. So the new map that came out, it was a good map. It was mostly good for long shots. Getting challenges done. Then Season 3 came out. 2 new maps came out. Problem is, they weren't good maps. They weren't maps that you can go back to and say, oh, these maps are amazing. Blah, 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 blah. Now, Season 3 Reloaded's coming out. For 2 days. I think it's coming up it comes out Wednesday. There's a new map coming out, which is also good, of course. So we'll see what that map is, But yeah, that's where Call of Duty went wrong. Content. Ever since Warzone launched, they've put the main focus on Warzone, which has stopped the multiplayer content coming out. It's just sad to see. As soon as they made the DLC free, that's when the good content stopped coming in. And all we're getting now is recycled content and multiplayer maps that aren't even that good. Now, if you remember the good old days, well, I say good old days, but in the old days, what you used to do was spend £40 on an expansion pass, but the DLC that you got, it was worth it. Like, the DLC was incredible. There's some memorable maps from when you pay for the DLC. You know what I mean? So if it was a Treyarch game, you got like 4 maps and 1 zombie map. And they were good, like I said, good maps. Memorable maps. You know what I mean? Maps that you'll always remember, good maps. But now every time you get content on, because it's free, you don't have to pay for it. Obviously, you pay for the Battle Pass, so it's like £8 every 2 or 3 or 4 months. You have to, obviously the DLC is free. I mean, don't get me wrong, some maps that do come out, there is a couple of ones that are good. Couple maps that are good. But 85% of the time, the DLC is just like, you play it, get bored of it, you never play it again. That's what it's like now with Call of Duty. It's just like, it's just stale. It's just stale. It really is. And the amount of people that have stopped playing Call of Duty, it's sad. It really is. Now, do you want to know another problem? Who's going to challenge Call of Duty? Who's going to challenge Call of Duty? Battlefield tried, and we all know how that went. That was a disaster. Battlefield 2042. I mean, it's a good. If you go on it now, it's actually plenty of people on it, but it's not going to challenge Call of Duty. It's not going to challenge Call of Duty. The only challenger I see challenging Call of Duty, the game isn't even out yet. X-Defiant. That's the only thing I see challenging Call of Duty. And let's hope it does, because if it doesn't, Call of Duty is going to keep on doing this, where they're going to just throw recycled content out. They're not going to do anything. What's the point? They've got no challenger. They can get away with it. You know what I mean? So, is what it is. But also as well, I want to say this as well. Now, because I saw this trend on Twitter before. Now Modern Warfare 2 was rumoured to be a 2-year game. Right? I said that is not good. Just imagine playing this game for 2 years. I couldn't. Call of Duty is not meant to be a 2-year game. It's supposed to be once every year. Because after 5 or 6 months, you get bored of it anyway, no matter what. You know what I mean? So the fact that we're going to have a new Call of Duty every year, it's definitely a good thing. But what I think they should do is, this is what they should do. Instead of charging for the multiplayer, right? So the game, make the game £35 for a single player and make the multiplayer free. I can guarantee you, if they did that, the numbers on that game would be astronomical. Like, they just blow up. Like, the numbers would blow up. Make a multiplayer free for Call of Duty will get them more sales, more players, of course. And if they want to play the campaign, just charge them £35. That's what they should do. Look at Fortnite. Fortnite's still got record numbers because it's free to play. Just imagine, like I said, if the next Call of Duty, they won't do this because they'll probably lose out on sales. But if Call of Duty made the next Call of Duty multiplayer free to play and just charge for single player, the numbers would go even higher. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what's wrong with Call of Duty. The lack of content, the bundles, everything. You know, the content, the DLC. It's just everything's just a mess at the moment. And like I said, what went wrong, if you ask me, was Warzone. As soon as Warzone came in, everything's just multiplayer second. It's second now. Call of Duty's main priority is Warzone, and it's very sad to see. It's very, very sad to see. But it is what it is. Yeah. So leave a comment below, guys. Are you still playing Modern Warfare 2? Let me know in the comments. So thank you for watching the video, guys. If you liked the video, of course, please hit that like button. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, of course. And before I end the video, a huge shout out to Smarties, Vitcher9, Just for Laugh Streams, and Floppy. They are YouTube members. Don't forget to become a YouTube member. You'll get a shout out at the end of the second video, just like this. So don't forget, guys, leave a comment below. Are you still playing Modern Warfare 2? Let me know in the comments. So thank you for watching. You're all amazing. Take care. See you in the next video.